welcome to this week's meal prep video. So the first thing I'm going to prep today are some yogurt parfaits. So I'm using these little jam mason jars. They are 8 ounces. And I need to use up some yogurts that I have in my refrigerator, so I think this is a perfect way to do that. So today I'm going to be using the Dannon Light and Fit yogurts that I normally eat. So I'll just putting one of these entire things in each jar. I have 2 vanilla, I have a strawberry, and then a toasted coconut vanilla. Well, as many of you know, I do work full-time outside of the home, so having something that I can grab and go in the mornings if I don't have time to eat breakfast, these are perfect for that. And that way they're ready to go and I can just grab them, or I can still eat them here in the morning, just depending on how busy I am and if I have time. So these will keep really well in the refrigerator. So I also have some strawberries that I've already meal prepped for today, and some blueberries. And then I will be putting granola on top, so I will show you those here in just a second. So I usually start and make these. I like to put the blueberries on the bottom because they're a little bit, they don't get as squishy as easily. And then so I put some blueberries, a little bit of the yogurt, and I will put, let me grab another spoon. Okay, as many of you know that my meal prep videos are really casual. I usually forget things, I have to go get them, and it's just because I am doing this as I'm doing my meal prep for the day. So we've got some strawberries, and then I'm just going to put the rest of the yogurt on top here. These little jars are just the perfect size to fit these yogurts. These yogurts are 5 ounces, 5.3 ounces, as probably most of you know who have had them. Okay, and I will clean up the sides of those. Okay, so there is one of them right there. Now, if I was eating, if I was making these to eat right away, I would put granola within there, but the granola, I have done that before when I've prepped these ahead of time, and the granola does get kind of soggy. So what I do with the granola instead is, and this is the granola I'm using right now, this is 4 points for 30 grams or a quarter cup. So what I do is I only use 2 points worth. So I just use these little containers and I just measure out 2 points worth of these. And so now all I have to do, I just leave these sitting on the counter, and they're already all measured and ready to go. So this would be a 4-point breakfast, just like this. Roll it on there. And there you go. Got yourself a little yogurt parfait, and just put this with this, and you can grab it and go right out the door, or you can enjoy it in the mornings. I hardly ever have time to eat breakfast in the mornings, so this is usually what I do, just grab this and go and eat it at my desk at work. So I'm going to do the rest of these, and I will show you what they all look like when I am done. Okay, so I'm all done. All 4 of them are done. That only took just 2 or 3 minutes to get them done. So here each of them has their own little granola on top, and parfaits are all done. So I'm going to show you, I'm in full meal prep mode right now. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of what it looks like when I'm doing meal prep. Okay, so like I said before, I'm in full meal prep mode now. So this is kind of what I have going on right now. I'm making some Swedish meatballs for my family for one night for dinner, so I'm just going to prep the meatballs, cook them, and then I will put them in a gallon bag and put them in the freezer depending on when we're having them this week. I know what meals we're having this week, but I don't have the days planned yet. So that's what this is going to be. I just showed a separate video on how I made this summer vegetable salad. You'll probably see that before this video, or they'll be going up around the same time. Those are the vegetables I have left to cut. So some celery, some cilantro, I have 1 zucchini, some radishes, and then I take the carrots out of the bags and just either put them in. I have been putting them in with my other vegetables, but I think I'm going to run out of room because I do have a watermelon to cut too, and I need to use a couple containers for that. So I think I'll just take those out of those bags and put them into a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, just because those make a mess when you open them and they're all over the place. I have some grapes I cleaned. Those are bell peppers, and I'll show you up close everything that after I'm all done, like I normally do. The ranch dressing mix and the non-fat plain yogurts. I'm going to show you here actually next what I am going to do with those, and that's some chicken I need to clean and break down. And let's see, I've already done some lemons, and these are strawberries that I used in the parfait recipe I just showed you. Well, it's not really a recipe, but I have my list over here, my tablet in case I need some entertainment. I have some water and my coffee. I started this morning about 6 o'clock, and it's almost 7 now, and I've made, so in that hour I've done this, did those parfaits, I cleaned up those, did those. Oh, and I'm going to do some stuffed peppers. I cut these. This was some stuffed pepper mix that I had in the freezer, so I just pulled that out, and I will have stuffed peppers this week. So let me put you back in, and this is I told you guys I don't have a tripod, so this is my car mount, which doesn't close anymore, so I have to use a hair tie to close it up. So this is the setup I use whenever I'm filming. Oh, and then I have some containers. Oh, and then this is some stew meat that I took out of the freezer. I'm going to make beef stew for the family as well. So I just took that out. So let me put you back into this, and I will show you a new recipe that I'm trying this week. And I haven't tried it before, so this is going to be brand new. So I will have to try to remember to put a little note or something on the video after we try this to let you know how it turned out. But I think it'll be really good. So let me put you back in there, and then I will show you the chicken recipe. Oh, and I didn't, this is kind of my trash too, and I don't know if you saw that when I was going around. You might wonder, what is that? Well, that's what I use whenever I am prepping stuff or whatever. I just have make sure I have a kind of a trash bowl up here. That way I'm not running back and forth to the trash can. Okay, so this I am calling ranch chicken bake. I don't know. I kind of saw a similar recipe to this on Pinterest, and I think it was called Greek chicken, something like that. And I didn't like the spices that were going into it, and so I just kind of was thinking, I like the idea of the yogurt base though for the marinade, so that's why I came up with that. So I have here, I have 10 ounces of chicken that I measured out. So me and my youngest son will be eating this because we usually eat the chicken. My husband is allergic to chicken, so he can't eat it. And my oldest son, my stepson, he sometimes will eat what we're eating and sometimes not, but typically he just eats what his dad's eating. And I don't know how many points this is going to be total. I'll have to probably wait until I have this for dinner, the night I have it for dinner, and I'll figure it out. But 5 ounces of chicken is 3 points, so that's what the starting up is. I'm going to use 1 packet of the ranch dressing mix, and I will be using some of this plain non-fat Greek yogurt as well. I'm not sure how many points. I don't ever eat the plain non-fat, but I have a feeling this is probably about 2 points. I'm not sure. But I will, like I said, I'll have this in one of my what I ate videos. And if I remember, I will go back and I'll write it down to go back and put a note or something on the screen as to how many points this ends up being. But just in case I forget, remind me down in the comments below and I will do it. So I don't know, I bought 2 of these yogurts. I don't know if I'm going to need 2. So for now, I'm just going to put 1 in here and see how that looks. And this will be going into the freezer. As many of you know, I work outside of the home full time, and so it makes it a lot easier if I can have my meals prepped, and especially since I do eat differently than the rest of my family since I'm on Weight Watchers. So this kind of allows me to be able to have stress-free evenings when I get home from work. So right now I'm just going to kind of mix this in until, I think I'll probably use about half of this ranch mix, and this is a 1 ounce package. Oh, it smells really good. So yeah, like I said, in the other recipe I saw, they did stick this in the freezer. This was I was looking up recipes for like chicken marinades, and that's where this popped up at. Okay, so far I used about half of the ranch dressing mix. So what I'm going to do now is I have my plastic bag ready. I'm just going to put each one of these and just coat it really well with the mix. And I think what I'll do also at the end here, whatever's left in the bowl, I'm going to go ahead and just stick into the Ziploc bag as well. It's going to be messy. I can already see that now. And as far as cooking this, my plan is I'll look at the recipe, the original one that I had saw for the Greek chicken, and see what they did. But I believe it was just take it out of the plastic bag, put it into the oven. You probably would want to thaw it. I'll thaw it out. I'll take it out the day before, or that morning before I leave for work, and just put it. Most time I cook chicken at about 375. And just check it. Usually it takes, these are tenderloins, so they won't take quite as long to cook because they're broken down. But probably about 20 minutes. But I think most everybody knows how to cook chicken. Let me go put these into the sink. Okay, so there's just a little bit left in the bowl. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just put this all in here. I guess I probably didn't need to coat each chicken individually, but I thought it might make them coated really well. So squeeze all the air out. And like I said, this is not pretty, but this is real life. So there you go. I'm just going to kind of talk in here. I'm going to open up the blinds over this. So this is the ranch chicken bake. There we go, ranch chicken bake. I think that's going to be yummy. Alrighty, so I think I'm going to go ahead and stuff my peppers next. So I guess I can show you that as well. Let me just get this cleaned up. I'm going to open my blinds too, so it's a little bit lighter in here. Okay, so I think it was about 3 weeks ago that I made these stuffed peppers, and I had a bunch left over, so I had put it in the freezer. And these come out to 1 or 2 points a pepper. And all my meal prep for my previous meal prep are all linked below in the playlist, so I encourage you to check those out as well, especially since, like I said, this is from a previous prep. I don't think I showed though in it how I make it. But I use the 99% fat-free ground turkey. There is a rice quinoa blend that I had found. It was a frozen blend that I had found at the store. And I put in, there's some tomato sauce and chicken broth in there. So they come out to, and these are just, you know, about a half of a bell pepper. These are, I believe they come out to 1 point a piece, because this whole mix right here, when I had made this originally, I put it into the recipe calculator. I had put in, I can't remember how many servings it was, but it came out to 2 points a piece, but then I only ended up using half of it, so that's why I came up with 1. So I'm pretty sure it's 1 point. And I kind of loosely based this off of, there's a stuffed pepper recipe on Skinny Taste, and then also Melody here on YouTube from Transforming Melody, she had made a similar one. She puts black beans in hers, which I want to do that next time, but this was already all made, so I think next time though that I make some, I'm going to definitely add the black beans in there. It makes the points a little bit higher, but that's okay. So I'm just going to stuff these, and I am going to finish the rest of my meal prep. I just have I have 3 different chicken meals that I'm going to prep, and I have a buffalo chicken, which I'm literally just going to break down some more chicken, put them into a freezer bag with some buffalo sauce. Same with the I never did have my barbecue chicken flatbread pizza last week. I ran out of chicken, and so I'm just gonna get that ready for the barbecue chicken. So literally just, again, be chicken with barbecue sauce. And then Parmesan chicken cutlets is one of the things from dinner. I'm just gonna break down a couple chicken breasts and then put those into a freezer bag. And then I do have a bunch of other chicken breasts I need to break down. I have some hard-boiled eggs I need to make. And then for the family, like I showed you, I'm making Swedish meatballs, so I gotta bake those. And I'm making sloppy joes and beef stew. So when I am all done, I will show you the final product, and you'll see what I did today for meal prep. Okay everyone, so I am all done. It's about 8 o'clock, so it's taking me about 2 hours, but I did stop to film a separate recipe in between, and I did show you a couple of step-by-steps on some of the stuff. So I think all in all it would have taken me about an hour and a half. I am still, in the background you may hear, I'm still cooking the ground beef for sloppy joes for my family and some beef stew. So let me start with my dinners for the week. So here's just some chicken that I had bought some chicken, and this is just it all broken down. So one of the meals this week is Parmesan chicken cutlets. So I did, put some 2 serving size portions in bags in those. So that's that. So those are ready to go. This is the ranch chicken bake that I showed you. This will be for my barbecue chicken flatbread pizza, and this is going to be for buffalo chicken lettuce wraps. So those are all ready to go. They'll be in the freezer. I think I'm having these tonight, so I'll leave this out. But anyway, these all go in the freezer, and I can just pull them out either the morning before I leave for work or the night before if I remember, and they'll be ready to go when I get home, and I can just bake them off, and that's that. And I also have my stuffed peppers. So that summer slaw that I showed in a separate video, the particular ingredients I did came out to 3 servings for that. So I'm going to count that as 1 point. And then this is a fresh pineapple that I cut up. Some grapes I de-stemmed and just threw in here so they're easy to go. There's celery, zucchini, and cucumbers in there. And I have my bell peppers, some carrots. There's the parfaits that I showed you. That's some celery that I chopped up for the stew. Cilantro. There's some lemons in there for my water, and these are the strawberries. And there's a few blueberries left over from when I showed the parfaits, so I put those in there. This was a watermelon in both of those. And then this is, I'm going to put these in the oven. This is for the Swedish meatballs that my family will be having. So those are ready to go. I'm just going to bake them off, and then I will put them into a container or a Ziploc bag, one or the other, and put those into the freezer until we have those. Or I might have those for tonight, then that way they're ready to go. So that is everything for meal prep this week, and I think I am set up now for a successful week, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you're new, I do link all my meal preps and playlists below, so you can see I do this every week. And yeah, and it really helps out. It does take a couple hours of my day, but what's nice is that now the whole rest of the week I can spend time with family, and I can go to work and knowing I'm coming home and everything is ready to go. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you all next week. I forgot to show you that I did do some hard-boiled eggs too. So, and this is something I do every week as well. So again, I will talk to you all next week in next week's meal prep video. Thanks. Bye.